Alright, I'm back again with Rimworld. Took a little break because, I don't know, I just felt like it. I have a life, sue me. So, I want to do something slightly different, slightly less depressing, although I'm still going to play on max difficulty. Let's go with this start. Losing is fun. Now, I'm just going to get a random seed here. And we want to play this. So my idea for this is to have a more traditional game. You know, I went back to 1.6, and I'm going to try and play normally, quote unquote. This is still lightly modded, but this is my own mod pack that I used before instead of 1.5 generations, which honestly I wasn't really having that much fun with it. So, sure. Alright, let's generate our world. Okay, this is our planet here. So, what do we got? We got a big ol' Pangea continent. Where do we want to settle? Well, maybe not right at the equator. I want to settle sort of in the north here, but I also want to coincidentally settle either higher or lower latitude near one of these to trade with them, and also near some hostiles. I'm not going to settle in the Scarlands. I think I found a good spot here. It has a river confluence, which will be good for, you know, defensive position. It has granite, marble, and limestone. Not the best growing season, but that's on purpose. I want to, you know, settle in sort of a less equatorial region. No nearby pollution. There is some hostiles around, but there's also a road leading to friendlies. And yeah, I do have the Empire 1.6 branch on GitHub. If you don't know what Empire is, it lets you make your own faction, basically, and settle extra non-player controlled settlements. Really fun. I've been managing, you know, the community dev team for it for a while now. But, fuck if I know how to actually code, right? But, Metatius made a branch for it, so I'm going to play with that and see how good it is in this playthrough. Huge river, flat. Okay, let's go for this. And I am going to load a saved ideology I had prepared for this. And then I will load my saved preset here. And cannot load a custom relationship. Okay, this seems to be fine. So what I got here is a sort of, on the surface looks like a traditional family, right? Traditional nuclear family. You got a wife, you got a husband, you got two kids. One of them is a newborn, one of them is a child. They've been in stasis for 3 years, just finding a new life. But their backstories are interesting. You'll notice, hey, these don't look like any backstories I've ever seen in Rimworld. That's because I custom wrote them. There's a mod that lets you do that. I downloaded it, and I wrote some custom backstories here. And I'm just going to read them in my best narrator's voice. Erie's parents were both assassins working for a megacorp. The only compromise that allowed them to keep their unapproved child was if Erie underwent psychological programming to become a merciless assassin. With her parents watching over, I should have changed that from them to her, as handlers. She was trained from a young age to kill efficiently with weapons or hand-to-hand, giving her a unique understanding of the human body in the process. For unknown reasons, Erie's programming broke during one of her missions, and she went rogue. Erie became obsessed with her target, stalking him for months until finally working up the courage to confront him directly. She was inspired by Ryan's passion in fighting the megacorp, and used her skills against her former employer. In time, Erie and her target fell in love, and after many years they both retired from guerrilla fighting and set off on a transport to an uncolonized Rimworld for a fresh start. And so she is going to be our prime shooter. Uh, Also gave her passions in cooking and plants, just because we need someone doing those. Maybe one of these children can pick up the slack there. She's decent at medical with no passion. And her trait, she's desensitized, makes sense, she was an assassin. Pretty, and prude. Now, this is the only thing I could, find that would really make her, like, sort of crazy about Ryan here. We'll reveal his backstory in a second. Because it said she would never initiate a divorce, and only cares about her spouse. She has an old gunshot wound, makes sense, she was an assassin. Let me turn up her certainty a bit. Other than that, pretty basic stuff. Ryan here. Ryan was the son of a skilled mechanic who trained him in the trade while instilling a strong moral code. When Ryan came of age, he operated the shop with integrity, often doing work at a steep discount or for free when dealing with neighbors who were truly in need. It was this very altruism that would eventually be Ryan's father's undoing. When a megacorp wanted to buy up local property for development, he and his father united the local community in resisting, successfully thwarting the corporation's plans. In retaliation for thwarting their plans, the megacorp assassinated Ryan's father. Driven by grief and a strong sense of justice, he became a leader in the resistance movement as the streets of his world became consumed with internal strife. He gave inspiring speeches and used the skills his father taught him to manufacture many different kinds of weapons and contraptions to fight the megacorp. One day, Ryan was confronted by a corp assassin who had broken from her employers and joined his cause. They made a formidable team and eventually fell in love, deciding to leave their old lives of violence behind and find a new world to raise their family. And he is also decent at combat. He was a guerrilla fighter. And he's also good at construction, crafting. I didn't make them too OP, but these are sort of strong starting stats. Anything starting at like 9 when you're not maybe like 60 years old. Because in the base game, the skills translate to their age. Ryan is 39 and Erie is 34 respectively. He's also decent at social because he was a leader, and intellectual a little bit because you gotta know how stuff works to put it together at least a little bit. And he has a stab scar in his hand. Makes sense. He was a mechanic. You can get hurt if you're not careful. He's neurotic. He likes things squared away, just like me. He's a dog person. I just decided to throw that in there. And he's a fast walker, which, while we're here, that reminds me, I want to give them, let me find this real quick. Okay, so previous versions of Prepare Carefully, I think you could select specific animals. Ah, here it is. And let's just give them a Labrador Retriever, because Ryan's a dog person. And then we have their children. Sean, newborn, blank slate. Tina, also blank slate, but I gave her too smart, and her skills are meh. She's gonna have some time to develop because I only put her at 3 instead of like 5 or 6, just so we can have time to give her, a good growth learning curve. And she's gonna learn very quickly, but she might break down. So set their certainty. And that is our lovely little family here. And their doctrine here, well, I'll explain once we get into the game. You might have saw that Bible verse, so that should give you a little hint as to what the main theme of this playthrough is going to be. Alright, here we are, and here's our map. Alright, now we have all of our people including the baby just sitting on the ground. I'm going to explain the main idea behind this. So, you might have seen our ideology. This is the Neo-Christ doctrine. Our quote is just a Bible quote. Repent then and turn to God so that your sins may be wiped out, that times of refreshing may come from the Lord. This has the guilty me. So the main idea behind the series, I'm going to set some hard and fast rules that will change the way I usually play Rimworld. 1, we have to do charity quests. It's in our ideology, it'll give us a massive mood debuff not to, but also, I just want us to be committed to that idea, right? These guys are repenting for their past sins, so they're going to prioritize charity, even at the expense of all their resources. Now, there are some limits there. If, for some reason, a quest asks for 30 medicine, and I only have 28, then we'll take reasonable steps to help, random beggars out. Going and buying stuff, or making it ourselves if we have the capacity. But if we simply can't in a reasonable time frame, then unlucky, we're just gonna eat the mood debuff. But if we have the resources to help any charity quests, we will use them. Even if they're asking for 30 medicine, I have 30 medicine and someone's dying of the plague, I will still give them all my medicine. I also added the violence disapproved meme here to sort of set another rule, which is 2, we will not do anything scummy, as in just attacking innocents to abduct and recruit them, like I have done in the past. A lot of playthroughs. I would ambush caravans if they had good people, and I had a full squad of 5 really good Marines who could shoot someone's head off from 500 yards away. Those were, off-camera things. I played this game for 1,000 hours. I just made this really important. Slavery, important. I also made execution always important, which goes into our 3rd rule. We have to treat our prisoners well. And that also means, as a sub-rule, trying to save every single human being who attacks us. Maybe not war animals. Animals are important, but not as important as human lives. So if we have to choose between saving someone's war animal that they rode in on and saving the person, then we will save the person. We want to try and take in, heal, keep alive, feed, and house every single person who survives attacking us. And then we're going to release them. After, giving them a few sermons, maybe we'll convert them before releasing them. That just depends on how long we can afford to keep people and strain our food resources. Other things here, I could have made this a really insular and backward ideology with, intense bigotry, hating aliens, hating androids. That stuff will develop on its own, alright? I'm open to changing that in the future, depending on what this colony experiences. But for now, I have it just equal and acceptable. No organ harvesting, obviously. No cannibalism. I already said no execution. I also do have spouse only here, because that is a very Christian thing. We have our celebrations here. I don't know why these reset. I should have locked them, but we do have our Christmas tree party, which is roughly corresponding to Christmas. And then a festival, and both of these should give, 50% chance of recruits. We have our buildings. Hold on, let me fix these relics. Okay, for some reason it resets the names of relics and things when you load, because I had previously made this in preparation for this playthrough. So that's our ideology, that's the plan here. Now let's talk about what we're going to do here. A lot of the map is taken up by this massive river, which, is a good defensive thing, but it also means we're going to be lacking for space. There's an ancient danger down here. That's interesting. There's a lot of resources down here. A lot. Wow. I think that's 2 chunks of steel right next to each other. We've got more resources down here. Yeah, so this is a pretty barren map, but all the resources are slammed into any available rocks, because the game decided to be that way. My plan here is to eventually have a sort of like fortress built on the water. That would look cool. But for now, I think this should be a decent, you know, building to repurpose as like our storeroom. Just for now. I'll start planning out stuff. Okay, so I don't know what's caused this, but every single tab works fine except structure, which I cannot build walls with. So let me restart my game and see if that fixes it. I think I found the problem here. I didn't notice this mod was not updated for 1.6, and I've read online that that should fix it. So we'll see in a second. There we go, now I can actually build stuff. Okay, now I'm going to plan out our colony and get back to you. Okay, so this is the basic layout I had in mind, just for, you know, supporting this whole family to start out with. This right here will be our sort of living room and dining area. This will be our small kitchen, this will be our freezer. These will be our rooms. The bigger one is the master bedroom for Erie and Ryan, and we'll have one for Sean and Tina. Sean doesn't need his own room yet, but he will soon. And this will be our rec room. And then I'm thinking adding on here, we could put an ideology room. And then for our non-members of this family, obviously if we, you know, have Erie and Ryan make more family, we'll add on to this main house, but I actually want to, down here, this will be our warehouse. For now, we'll just repurpose these. But I want to have separate housing for our farmhands. And I do want this to be farming focused, because we have a lot of fertile ground next to the river. So we can start, thinking probably around up here where there's a big patch, or right here as well. And eventually use all of this very fertile soil. There's also a big patch down here, but it's next to the ancient danger. Use all this soil and have a large farm that is tended by a bunch of farmhands helping out. So let's get them to go to work. We'll put our stockpile zone in here. And watch our little guys go to work. I already set their priorities. Alright. And then as soon as possible, our first priority will be to build a crib in this corner so that this child is not lying on the ground. Normal quality crib, whatever. And both of you will have childcare as your top priority. Now, since she spawned in here, she's not, how do I put this, lactating, so she can't just feed Sean that way. So we're going to have to make him baby food at a campfire, which we'll slam down right here. Other than that, Erie will get the bolt action rifle. Ryan will get the revolver. And the knife. Okay, fine, you're wearing all the armor. Definitely want to work on this because Sean is starving. So we need to cook him up some baby food. Now, we really, really need that. I wanted to cut down some berry bushes to feed our child. Now, before you go to bed, Ryan, I want you to make some beds. We'll dump these chunks over here for now. This will be Tina's bed. Poor quality. Wow, you made excellent quality for your bed, though. Alright. And it's dull quality even though it's a dirt floor. Now please do wall in her room, so it actually counts as a room. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward through most of this early period until we get some sort of threat. Then let's start on our food security. Gonna have rice over here. Right next to it we're gonna have a bunch of corn. And that should be good for now. They're in very high spirits. That's good. Oh wow, you guys already freaked it on the first night. Damn. Well, good for you guys, I guess. They just did it again. Second night in a row. Wow, these guys really love each other. You can start cooking simple meals here, since we have some food. that we've scavenged. This is what I love with temperate starts. You just sort of get to chill. This is the classic Rimworld experience. I've gone through it 1,000 times, but each time is unique. And obviously, oh, this is the hospitality mod. Refuse them until I have guest beds. I do want to do hospitality, have a little hotel. Maybe a waterfront hotel on the water. That would be awesome. There is a predator approaching our food supplies. Ah. Or they're trying to eat our child. We'll see in a second. No, they're going for the food. Okay. So, Eerie, you are going to shoot this thing. Ryan's carrying our child. Oh, no, it's hunting Sean. No, you're not. You are very much not. No, you're hunting Tina. Yeah, this is what I expected. Now it should take revenge by targeting her. It has been shot once. Hit it again, good shot. And 3 shots and it's dead. Yeah. So that's a good bit of food right there. So you know what? Thank you. Yes, I didn't think I would say that to the... What was that? Wolverine hunting our children. But thank you for hunting our children. Means we can eat. We get to eat. We got Fizz, our Labrador. Bonded with Ryan. How nice. Let's train him to haul, I guess. Oh, well, that was quick. 3rd night, she is already pregnant again. Okay, well, we're going to have to rapidly scale up our food production if this trend continues. Because these people have freaked it every single night since they arrived here, and we're gonna have a very large family. And so let's get a very large table. Trees cloud watching. How nice. Work chopping trees. Sort of need wood right now. She's sown all the corn. That's good. Mad rat. Okay, let's have our pregnant assassin go deal with that. Come on, you can shoot better than that, can't you? You're a deadly assassin. Come on, you can deal with 1 rat. Where's it even going? Ryan, can you come give her a hand? Oh, never mind. She shot it in the neck. Alright, well that's more food for us. And these guys... It's every single night, I think. Yeah, there's ×4, and we've been here 4 days. Oh, it's September. Ah, right. No, I forgot. We're in Australian seasons. Because we're on the southern hemisphere. September is our spring, and December is our summer. Which actually means we're going to have Christmas in summer. Damn, is this how it feels to be Australian? Oh, wow, she already has morning sickness. Oh, yeah. Cooking food, making you sick. Oh, okay, here's our faction. So... I wanna give it some sort of like grand name, like Family of Repentance, because you can join our family if you repent. Now I have no idea what to call this settlement. I'm just going to Camaraderie Plain. I actually sort of like that. Eureka is nice. Cornbread. Funds Quarry. Togetherness Bluff. You know what? Sure. This is Togetherness Bluff. We're one little happy family here. Maybe I should add a door here since they keep going in and out through that way. You're starving. Sean, feed your child. Do you not have baby food? No, you don't. Okay, well go find food for your child. only takes 4 nutrition for 10 baby food, and he needs 2 per feeding. So it really doesn't take much food to feed this child. It's just we need to be vigilant so we don't have him starving. Got all this online. Next, let's worry about getting power. A wind turbine would be nice, but for now, let's just go with a wood-fired generator. And always use hidden conduits. Ever since they added them, my life has become infinitely better because they can't short-circuit. I love that. I love not having to deal with zits. Not the kind that grow on your face, but the zzzt of the battery exploding. Oh, we're already getting raided. Again, across the river, they're gonna not be able to do much. So we'll keep working for a bit. And yeah, this will power... well, chem lamps. But no, this will power all of the lights here. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And boom. And yeah. This person, let's line up here. Are they getting attacked by... oh no, they killed this person who's passing through. That's actually really tragic. I wish I could have seen that and prevented it, but that is a bolt-action rifle we can go get. So I do... immediately breaking the rule of good guy. No, do not go over here yet, Tina. There's an angry, tribal guy trying to kill us. But he has to walk across a river under gunfire, so he should die. Now, remember the rule. If he survives, we are going to help him. Okay, he did live. So, immediately, what can we do? We have this spare room that we're not using currently. So we will... Ryan... oh my god, we don't have 5 wood, really? Okay, then we're just gonna shove him in the storage room for now. This will be for prisoners. Erie is going to go out there and tend him. He's actually... whoa, he's a bush sniper. This actually might be our first recruit. Good with animals, good with shooting. Careful shooter, great memory. He can't care firework, firefighting, or plant work, but he could be our animal tender if we want to start, an animal farm. Alright, let's capture him. I don't think he's unwavering, it would have told us. So actually, yeah. This is our first person we're going to recruit. And him with that herbal medicine. He might get an infection because he's sitting on the floor, so we want to move him into a proper bed soon. We're burning wood for no reason right now. We need more wood. I know you'd like to sleep, please get up. Cut down some wood for stuff. Disease, infection, I expected that. And mechanoid signal. We're not going to use that this playthrough. Okay. So he's got an infection in his arm. Please tend him with good medicine so he doesn't die. And we're going to move him to a proper room with a proper bed. This will be Sean's room eventually, but mainly Frenzy. Nice. This will be Sean's room eventually, but for now we just want to put him somewhere better while he heals. Sorry, she. Sam is a she. War Merchant. Sister of Sam. Hey, we have your sister here, captive. Alright, let's trade with you, but I doubt we'll have much. We can give you some components. We can give you this bolt action. Let's sell these pants that we have extra. And buy... well, we can buy some pemmican. Just a little bit of food. Also, Ryan, equip this bolt action. That was a lucky find. Although we did have to have someone die to get it. Which is unlucky for them. Sam... she will survive her infection. I'm pretty sure if we just keep tending her with good medicine and keep her in this What quality? Good bed. Nice. There's our rice coming in very soon. In fact, we've already started to get rice coming in, which is great. They're freaking it yet again. Get up and tend to her again. Oh, they gave us 12 gold. Wow. We had 95% tend. Damn, what's her medical? 6? Yeah, we'll be fine. Sam's a great shot, so it'll be good in defending us. Very lucky start. Oh, prison labor. No, we're not gonna do that. That's immoral. That's not Christian. Ryan, if you're not doing anything else, then help with plant cutting. Tended her infection. Yeah, she'll be good. She'll be fine. We've got rice now, which is good. I would like this table done, but we just are relying on Erie's time. Sort of bottlenecking us. Slowly converting Sam to our side. Now that we've got power up and running, let's start on cooling some food. What's this? Fleeing Knight. Well, we gotta accept this. This is a charity quest. And I don't really want to get too deep into the royalty thing, but sure. Man-hunting raccoon. First level psychic powers. Who do we want to have psychic powers? I guess we can give him to Erie. Sure. He's gonna chill for a bit. Oh no, a man-hunting raccoon. Do you really not have psycasts you can use to kill it? Like, if I just give you stun and all that? Alright, you two head out here. You stun it when it gets close. It's just a raccoon, let's be real. There we go. Boom, headshot. And more food. Here we go. Freeholder and novice. Now we do have, what is it called? The rework for that. If you saw that sidecast screen, there's the Empire rework. So let's not do that quite yet. We have a proper table now, so that's good. We could probably afford a electric stove. We're harvesting all of this rice. Should tide us over for a few days. I'm cooking food really fast, so that's good. Oh, now she's gonna be slowed down and everything, because she's already in second trimester. That moves quick, huh? Also start growing, I guess, just like some potatoes in this non-fertile ground. Alright, it is summer already. Cool. And yes, these guys are very active, you could say. Noble helped, which is a good mood buff. Oh, I haven't consumed alcohol lately. We don't have any, but that's just a permanent mood buff, I guess. Yeah, I also added that. Mild abstinence. So. Well, there's some travelers. They don't really care. We're not gonna, like, attack them or anything. We're just sort of reading Sam the Bible or something. Pastor. Oh, you guys want a pastor now. That makes sense. I guess it will be Ryan, so he can have better conversion abilities. And then immediately use your convertibility on Sam. 31% now. Cool. Let's also get a horseshoes pin. Oh, there's a fire there. It's not the best. Oh, there's the rain, so that should stop the fire. Lucky us, I guess. Also need to do some hunting. They're on the other side of the river. What do we got that's nearby? These ibex rams. Having a pregnant lady going hunting is not a great idea, but she is our best shot. What are you doing with growth tier? Good, but we would like to get you a school. So let's actually do that as a little attachment here. We're gonna build a little school area. Alright, we're out of food right now. Like, totally. So we need to go hunting. So both of you go hunting. Wipe out the local ibex population. Alright, you're gonna haul that and then get to work cutting it up. Ryan, you're gonna hunt this other ibex that we shot. It should feed us for a while until our next harvest. Days at most. Better than nothing. Alright, we've converted Sam. So let's recruit her. You're attacking our dog. It's because we haven't been feeding her. You son of a bitch. Don't beat up Fizz. Okay. You're gonna have to repent for that. Jeez. Poor dog. And I am sorry we didn't feed you. We just didn't have food. Now you're having the pregnant lady go run out in the rain to get you medicine. Yeah. It's a struggle of early game, but once we get consistent harvests, we'll be good. More animals we can hunt. Yes, but they could attack. I don't want to start a stampede and get us all killed. There's some small stuff, like a rat. Or a squirrel, rather. They freak it. These guys love doing that. Also, why doesn't that give recreation? It's like the biological imperative. Oh well. Yeah, the thing about raising a... Oh. Wild man. Who's this 20-year-old guy? Great at mining. We can't tame him. However, if we recruit Sam, we could. Interesting. Unless she has quite a bit of resistance. We've got a rice harvest coming in. Mad bison. Well, that... Oh no, it's killing the person. Let's try and save him. Okay. We have to go and save him. But first, let's... do this. So, here's the thing. If we just save him, he's gonna stay wild. It might be better to imprison him and do it that way. I don't know, we'll play by ear. For now, they're both, yeah, hitting their shots here. Vomiting constantly because you have morning sickness. But, tend to this man. Ryan, go save him. You're quicker. Grenades are raiding us. They got one guy with a sawn-off shotgun. I could be able to deal with that, no problem. Come on. Ooh, nice. Come on, walk back here. Nice. I think we're penetrating his armor, so... Oh, he died instantly. Well, that means we don't have to save him and feed him, because right now we're actually feeding 6 mouths, which is non-ideal. Yeah, we have plenty of food after killing that bison. They are still freaking it every single night. The fuck? Hey, who am I to judge? Oh, that's not good. So, 6 days, we have a new addition to our family, but these guys all have the flu. So please tend to them. I know you are very heavy right now. It's hard to move, but I would not like our people to die of the flu. We give you the job of childcare? Sure. You can help as well. You can help take care of yourself. Slept in the cold. It's summer. He's recovered and decided to leave. Where are you gonna go, dude? Oh, you're just gonna waltz through our doors. Okay. Well, it's summer. He should survive for a while, feeding himself. I am going to, after this lesson is done, give her this revolver. Cargo pods, apparel, pants. Sure. Let's bring in those pants. You're fine. You can get up and work. Yeah. Masterwork end table at least. But we're able to cook again, so please cook. You also need to harvest this rice. Yeah, it's bad. Let's assign him to growing as well, and just have him harvest this rice. It's currently sitting here doing nothing, so even if you have bad yield, we just need it. Our entire colony pretty much hinges on Erie doing stuff, but Erie, let's take the stress off you for childcare. Yeah, at least don't worry about that. Go shoot a boar. Unlike real pigs, these guys can't get angry at you for shooting them. The fuck are you doing in here? Oh, because these doors aren't claimed. Medical emergency, Ryan and Tina. Flu extreme. We'll wait in bed, your immunity. Pop. Yours. I think you'll be fine. Ship to the stars. It's fine. Now don't eat raw food, cook it. So this difficulty decreases your crop yields, which isn't actually. You're fine. You developed immunity to this flu, so I want you to go and shoot another boar so we can eat tonight. Right in the heart. Clean and efficient. Your child is currently starving. You need to get some berries to make baby food. Your child is starving and yelling, crying for food. Well, you can make it out of corn. Okay, Tina, can you feed your younger brother? This corn, that's a lot of food. So we should be good from here on out. Okay, I think that's a good place to leave the first part of this. Yeah, we'll build a Christmas tree, but we have our little farm started, and it's been rocky, but I think we'll be fine after Erie gives birth and we can go back to normal. Which, by the way, let me set them to then be more abstinent. Because we can't go through that again. Even though it's nice to have more people later in the game, right now we just need all the manpower and woman power to manage this farm. So that we don't all die. I'm saying we like I'm involved. I feel very emotionally invested in. So we'll see what happens to him next time. Cheers.